Yeah. Fucking gorgeous.
It's looking gorgeous, yeah. I like your hat.
So you park your car so gorgeously in the park.
What are you talking about, Eddie?
In the front yard.
Hey, you have a plaid shirt, yeah.
Oh, you guys shop at the same store.
It's beautiful plaid.
Holy shit! Rocco and Alan look identical almost.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
Go get a beanie. Go get a beanie.
Yeah, Rocco, go get a beanie. Go get a beanie. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between, welcome to the Everything and Nothing Show. I'm just one of your hosts with the most, the mouth of the South, Clayton Kisco.
Is that what your wife calls you?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, nice.
Oh, zinger.
And I'm accompanied, of course, by the rest of the Maelstrom gamers with us on this podcast. It's a full podcast. We have the bad boy, Cop Show's #1 fan, Steve Landis. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Dude, I mean, we haven't really addressed this, but I have like the best theme song of the entire show.
Oh,
right?
totally.
Yeah, you do. You have the only theme song.
I think you have the only one.
Yeah.
Oh. What are you eating there, Alan?
Nothing. I'm not eating nothing. Don't look at that.
Liar.
Don't look at that.
You're a liar, liar.
What's in the bag? What's in the box?
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Canadian sensation, the A Train, T-House, Alan Toner.
Oh man.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
And is that the other tea house right there?
What? You're right, Steve.
Is that an impression?
The heartthrob, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show, Rocco Avellino.
I have to
Oh.
ask. You guys talked
Perfect
about this
forever.
beforehand.
I'll
Did
steal
you guys-
everybody's shit right now.
Yeah, I told Steve I was gonna wear a beanie, and I told Rocco that I was gonna wear the plaid shirt,
And it's
and
perfect because on the
claimed
screen
that I was gonna have a beard,
Yep.
and
And then Ian.
we all matched up.
Yeah.
And Ian, yeah, you have skin, so you look like me too.
It's so easy. Done.
So easy.
You have skin.
The artist, formerly
turn it
known
back.
as the Enigma, the wild card, Ian Kane. Welcome to the show.
What's going on, fellas?
Guys, we're going to try to keep this short and sweet. You know the rigmarole. Go to Patreon and give some dollars. Comment, like, subscribe, and share on our social media networks to support us for free. Super appreciate it. David Fry, we love you forever. You are the producer, executive producer, writer, director of the Everything and Nothing Show. Well, maybe not writer, and maybe not director,
And the boys
but the
fan.
producer thing still stands.
Yeah.
We'll play because
We're gonna jump right. I love money.
I love money.
We're gonna jump right into it, and I wanna open up with a bang. Rocco, why don't you give us your topic?
Oh, bang! Open up with a bang. So I like how you led with that one.
He wasn't ready.
All right, so
he wasn't ready.
my topic is gonna be let's talk about
Sex, baby.
with
Let's
robots.
Let's talk about all
So,
those
I've been-
things that they talk
I've been
about
watching-
in that song.
So I've been watching Westworld with my wife, and
Yeah.
we were sitting there talking about it because these are really realistic robots there. And she asked me a question. She's like, "Hey, would you ever have sex with a robot?" And I was like,
Oh, she's
yeah,
beating you. She
of
wants
course
to know
I
if
would.
you'd be up for.
I don't care if she baited me or not. I was like, yeah, for sure, I
Question,
totally would. You
wear
know, like
condom.
if they look just like that, I'd be about it. You know. And then she started asking me like, and I want to know about you guys too. Like, would there, would it make you feel like possibly guilty for cheating in any way? Would it, would you like, would there be any psychological effects to it too? First off, I want to know, would you guys have sex with a robot?
Definitely. In fact, it's probably preferable.
Yeah.
Well, we know Alex.
I mean, you already know mine. Remember, we already covered this when we were stuck in space. Remember, and bring
yes.
a robot with. Remember, we
Yeah,
covered this.
that's right.
Yeah, I want a flashlight.
Yeah.
That's all, you know.
Exactly.
That's the only thing I want.
But you know what the funny
Robotic
thing is?
flesh.
You know what the funny thing is that Andy Samberg was on a show with Neil deGrasse Tyson, and then he had to ask him 3 questions about. He's like, "Are we alone in the universe?" And he's like, I forgot the other one, but the last one was like, "If I have sex with a robot, is it cheating?" So he's like, and then his answer to that was like, "Does a robot look like your wife?" He's like, no. He's like, then it's cheating. He's like,
Oh.
then it's cheating.
See, I
So
would
Rocco-
say it was.
You have a fleshlight.
So hold on a second, though.
Right.
So let's get all the answers. We know Alan, of course, and Steve, of course, would do this. What about Ian, the Enigma, and what about Clay here?
You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'm loyal. I don't think I can. I love my
Hey,
wife.
you-
I've never thought of any other woman ever, and
Ever?
So
I was gonna say, you just said something about what Ronda Rousey.
you shut your mouth.
You shut your mouth. If the robot looked like Ronda Rousey, would you do it?
Ooh.
you gotta think.
Well,
you
she
gotta
choked
think.
me out.
Ian.
Like,
I was like who Ian was into?
I'm
He
not
likes
even into
strong-
Ronda
he
Rousey.
likes strong women.
He's into 245-pound women.
That's what
Any
he said.
woman in the world?
Yeah, all muscle, baby.
Clay, what about you, man? Would you do it?
That stuff.
If binarily speaking, yes, I would
Okay.
absolutely. Now,
So,
in
I
a
mean,
relationship,
obviously
in a
we're all
marriage
saying
with my
yes.
wife, that's more complicated, right? Because you do have that like philosophical question: is it cheating? I would ask you,
Oh, yeah.
Rocco, if your
I
wife
thought
was
it was
like,
just. Yeah.
You want to ask me what did I say to my wife last night in
No.
response to that question?
no, I
Oh,
want to
she
ask
asked
if,
me that.
Hell yeah.
if your wife Rocco was like, if she was like, I want to have sex with this robot, just so happens to look
Yeah.
like Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Are we cool?
I'd be like,
You
as
know, it'd be
long
like, if it was Justin
I
Timberlake.
watched.
Yeah.
like,
Not
I'm
Brad
with
Pitt.
it.
If it was Justin Timberlake,
like-
not Brad Pitt. Yeah.
As long as I'm in the room, I'm down. It's
As
cool.
long as you're in
Because
the
this is
room?
what I'm thinking, right? Because this is what I said to her. I said, she goes like, "Would you think it was cheating?" And I was like, "Nah, I don't know," because it's just like a sex toy. Because at the end of it, I'd be like, "Okay, you're going back in the closet. Like you're done with it." You know,
Yeah.
like
Go
it
shut
depends.
off.
Like if it's
But not if it's
walking
AI.
around-
If it's AI.
if it's walking
though.
around and like doing things around the house, now that's awkward then at that point.
Well, it's
because
awkward
it's
for
like
you
it's
two the
actually
next
like,
morning after a good night of
Okay.
drinking.
Think about that. What if it's cleaning the toilet, like doing some productive ass shit?
so
Cleaning the toilet.
Oh my god. What if Roomba had like a sex like insertion area?
Roomba.
I mean, it has to start somewhere.
The floor.
Alan's
The
right.
dick.
Alan's right. It
Well,
has
I'm
to
looking
start
at it
somewhere.
like-
There's an evolution, right? All those
No, because,
robots
like,
in
I'm looking
Westworld
at,
were
like,
once
Just
Roombas.
describe what like a Roomba does. It just goes around cleaning for you all fucking day and then just packs it ass up in the corner at the end of the day.
You know, if it did something like that, it's like, and shut down, like, okay, that's totally different because now this is like a cleaning the house thing and a sex toy. You know what I mean? But I would be looking at it just like a pure sex toy in that sense. But tell me you guys you wouldn't think that there would be people out there in the world that would build like a psychological like love and things like that
Oh, yeah.
towards these things.
I think
you
some
know what I
people
mean?
would
Like,
forego the
and then
idea
would
of
start to mess
marriage
people up
and
in
just
sense
be
too,
with a
right?
robot for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. That's a
Mhm.
problem again. Is people are in love with anime characters
Oof.
That's
that
true.
they don't even pursue actual
Like-
women.
I
in,
mean,
like, real-
there's
Yeah.
fantasies of furries, for example. Like, I mean, there's gonna be people that are gonna want to do, you know,
but that's
robots.
different. Furries.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right,
Like, there's without, I mean, want to marry, you know, robots in the sense.
Yeah.
Now, this is the thing too. So, like, if they're looking really realistic,
Mhm.
okay, I'm all for it. But what if we got like Bicentennial Man when he first came out and he didn't have like the skin look yet? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he just got this
See what it
metal.
was.
You got
Just
this
see what it-
metal bra, just like.
Holy shit.
I mean, why are you having sex with a robot first of all, right?
metal
Like,
boobs, not really the metal peen.
maybe you're having sex because your wife or significant other is not around, or you're lonely.
Call it whatever you
Um,
want.
Maybe
Even relationships have, you know, tell me relationships don't have sex toys. This is just the most advanced sex toy available.
right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I would
Like-
absolutely agree.
I decline to
it-
comment.
I don't know.
No comment.
It's like,
Is that what you
it's like, I don't know. No comment.
I decline to comment.
Ian's
I'm
gonna
a
get in
virgin.
trouble
I'm a
because he's got a
virgin.
robot. He's got a robot in the
Um,
closet.
Behind the black plume.
Trying,
Do you
trying very hard to not.
It just like
lead
goes
into
right
the-
behind me, like. Bing.
I saw that, dude.
What if the robots got jealous of you?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if they do have some sort of consciousness? That would be really disturbing. I
I
think.
think at that
And
point,
that
I
turns
would,
into a horror movie.
Right.
yeah,
Maybe.
exactly.
A poor
I mean,
one.
no. What is it called? Ex Machina.
Days. Yeah, that's a game.
True.
I think there's a fine line where it cuts off for you, where you're like, okay, when it's got too much like conscious kind of thought and actions, that it's no longer as seen as like a toy or something like that. You know what I mean? And it starts to actually think. I would think that at that point, I'd start to psychologically think, like I'm possibly cheating at that point. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like I was saying, if it was out there cleaning the house and it had all these different things going on, at that point, I might start to feel like, whoa, like I might be cheating at that point. You
cheating,
know?
I think there's the physical aspect of it, but then there's the emotional ties to it. I think
Yeah,
cheating becomes
that's what
a
I mean.
reality when you start neglecting your significant other for this thing, right? I think that's when it starts to get pretty like,
True too.
or you're willing to leave with this thing, right? You're like, I'm done. It's all I need.
If it has a name.
I'm done.
Yeah.
If it has a name.
Rocco.
Me and AR-14 are gonna go take off. Okay, so
Me
we're
and
done. This
HR XX16 592.
My-
model
my-
17, 18,
double
89,
T
XX.
Lux robot. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rocco, your wife's like, bye, honey. It's cool.
Yeah, it's like some. Hey, get away from that metal thing.
Hey, it's cool. Bye. Bye.
I guess I wouldn't have any problems as long as
It, like called out your name and like had realistic like sex call outs, but only during sex.
Yeah,
Like what
well-
kind of sex callouts?
You know,
Yeah, give us an example, man.
I don't like.
Give
Oh
us an
baby,
example.
oh baby,
Give
oh
us
baby.
like-
It's a play-by-play.
my boobs feel like sand. You know, that kind of stuff. You know.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
I
I've
love
touched a
this.
boob
I
before.
love this topic right now.
It
This
does.
is
What does it
great.
feel like? It feels like sand.
So,
Like a bag of sand.
okay,
like a
I got.
band
This is a
stand.
deep question. Okay, very deep question for all you guys.
Go.
Would you be okay with the robot if your wife is going to be participating? If they got a robot, you got a robot, kind of thing. The robot having a bigger piece than you.
Well, you
You
I
can
would think-
adjust it. You can adjust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
got,
You
it's
can
got
adjust
3
it, no.
speeds,
You get a
it's got
solder,
multiple-
iron, no, fucking
If anything, I want that thing to like do a great job. You know, like I want.
Yeah.
I pay good money for that robot, man. It better like.
Yeah, I better do some good stuff. Yeah.
It was like, what if it was like
Does it come with
convertibles, like-
attachments? It comes with
If I
attachments.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Attachments. It was like
Thing
you put a whole new piece on.
So I
Ooh,
have.
penis.
I
Nice.
just learned about this term today of the thing that we were talking about earlier, Ian, in that same podcast. It's called a cuck. Have you heard of this term before? A cuckle? Cuck?
Cuckold?
Oh,
Yeah.
actually,
Well,
yeah.
I'm not really
Like
100%
a
certain.
cackle.
What it
I'm not
is,
sure
but
exactly what it is, but I'm pretty sure I heard it. But
Yes.
go ahead and explain it.
So I believe it comes from, if I understand correctly, it comes from a porno term, where cucking, where a man will have another man have sex with his wife or significant other in the same room, and he gets off on watching that.
That's what Rocco said in the very beginning.
Yep, that's what I said.
So-
I'd let that thing
so there
smash.
actually is
It was
robots?
like-
No, I know.
what
That's
they're
that's what.
doing?
So what I'm saying is we're almost getting you're borderline cucking.
Yeah.
Right. Like this is.
You're borderline. Yeah.
Well, no, would it be different than like your significant other like masturbating with like a
Right.
vibrator?
Well, see,
it
I don't
wouldn't.
think it
That's
would
what
be,
I'm
but
like,
it-
that's why I would be cool with it.
but
you
it's
know?
definitely
I would
different.
look at it.
than having somebody else do that.
Yes.
Right.
But it's still like a machine.
Unless
still
the
close.
machine was like AI. At that point, it would be like another person. It would like have its own actions, like its own emotions, its own feelings, its thoughts. It's like, and I wouldn't be about that at that point because it'd be like, well, there's really the only difference is that really
What?
just your insides are a bit different. You know
As
what I
far
mean?
as,
Like,
as far as
Wanna be
movies
a
have
real
taught me,
boy.
I would be way more
I'm a
worried.
real boy.
I would be way more worried about the AI like killing my entire family or something
Yeah,
than it having
shit.
sex with somebody. So I don't even want an AI thing in my house in the
Mm.
to get the first place.
No AI at all. I've seen Terminator. I'm good
What
with
would
that.
what would you make your robot look like?
Like
Me,
really, like really good looking. You know.
probably like Jessica Biel.
Yeah.
Throw that out there. I don't know. Maybe. Yes,
High
totally.
five, Rock. High five.
High five.
Damn.
High five.
I would make it look like a person in my mind, maybe.
Yeah. Like all an amalgamation of all the
Uh,
different features you find attractive of the different people in your life.
Conscious,
Like Miss Kisco.
Oh, you
Yeah, but
couldn't
then
do
you-
that
but
though.
then you
Because think
couldn't-
about
but
that.
then you couldn't. No, then you couldn't let your
No.
wife know because then it'd be
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Because if you're like, you put all that, you're like, what? But I don't look.
Oh, yeah.
I don't look like that.
Oh,
is
yeah,
that,
you know,
is
like-
that
like
is that
that,
really
yeah.
a bad thing though? Because like I mean, you find different pieces. Like it's you're gonna find different pieces of people
It's the
attractive,
same
right?
question of like, are you okay with the piece being bigger than your piece, right? Like, you know, women, it's not. They're
But this
not
isn't
thinking
a
about pieces.
person.
They're
This
thinking
is a
of
collective.
you can't look better than I can. You know what I mean? And
But
what if you got like
nobody
a
can
robot that
realistically
looks
be
like
this way
Well-
unless we can genetically modify a human being
Okay,
at birth, right?
true.
So therefore,
Right.
it's not a real person, which is kind of fitting.
So don't
to a
compare
robot who
yourself.
Well, you
That's
gotta
what
take a
I'm
step back.
suggesting.
Okay.
I'm not saying you can, but
So if if your wife sits there and says, "Oh, she can't look better than me," so if you have like an ugly chick, they're like, "What are you in, like weird like ugly stuff, or like a big fat girl like
No,
I don't think they would do that, but
still just make the really beautiful woman and be like, baby, you're so much more beautiful than her.
just put a big
Yeah.
scar on
Hold
her.
on,
It's
this
just
thing's like-
yeah, she's
so-
pretty, but like there's something like kind of
Like,
weird.
What if
this
you
thing
were-
goes like they could build this thing to go.
Oh, her boobs are just like a little bit too big, you know?
Yeah,
Insane.
no, it's just like lopsided. Just be like, yeah, her tits are a little weird though.
all right. On
oh,
that
to
note,
make like a couple
I think
flaws.
we should wrap this up
Uh,
and go on
She
to
has
our
square
next
nipples.
topic.
Oh, that's
we
it.
could, we
She has
could
square-
we could seriously make this a two-part right now,
Sideways
probably.
vagina. All right.